Now, teaching the youngest of kids about the basics of money. Our economics correspondent Paul Salman looks at how parents can help their children learn more about personal finance. It's part of his series, Making Sense, which airs every Thursday.
Maybe there's some candy in there.
In Arlington, Virginia, an unusual venue for little kids.
Who knows where we are now? Yeah.
America, Virginia, Washington, D.C. at the bank.
What does a bank do?
A bank gives you money and stuff.
They just hand it out?
Where
I
does,
don't think so.
No.
where does a bank get money?
I think it gets from a sock.
From a sock?
Sock?
Personal finance guru Beth Kobliner thinks kids should be learning about money early, but they're not.
I think parents are much more likely to talk about sex or drugs or alcohol with their children than they are about money.
Kobliner hopes to break the taboo with a new book, Make Your Kid a Money Genius, that continues work she's been doing for years.
Hi, Elmo. Oh, look what Elmo has.
Kobliner has been teaching key concepts in economics. She insists kids can learn them young.
What should Elmo do with all this money?
By age 3, children can understand basic money concepts like exchange, or we have to make choices, or things have value. And those conversations are important to start when kids are really little. By age 7, a lot of those behaviors having to do with money, whether it's self-control or delayed gratification, they start getting set. So those ages 3 to 7 is really kind of a nice sweet spot in which parents should be talking to their kids about money.
We gathered our own group of kids to try it out.
How do people get money to give to the bank?
My mommy and daddy work and get money. And they buy milk for me.
There you go. And you're how old, Vera? Just 3 years old.
Another key concept all kids should know, says Kobliner, what it means to work for a living. Like here at the NewsHour.
You bring your kid to your office and they see where you work. This woman I know, she said her dad would leave every morning when she was little with a newspaper under his arm. And she thought, oh, my dad's job is reading the newspaper every day. And then years later, she found out, oh, he's a teacher. Parents say, you know how hard I work to make money for you? Mm-hmm. And kids are like, oh, I guess so.
Kobliner also advises teaching kids to internalize the non-material payoffs from work by having them do some.
Having a child do chores at a really young age, and we're talking about household chores, putting your dishes in the sink, putting them in the dishwasher, putting your clothes in the hamper, that type of thing at early ages, 3, 4, 5 years old, was one predictor of success in life.
Like getting a degree or starting a career. Kobliner also touts a trendy gimmick for teaching kids the uses of money.
There are 3 different jars here. One is for saving. This one is for
Spending.
and this one is
Sharing.
for sharing.
The key concept here, opportunity cost. If you spend, you don't have the opportunity to save or share.
Which do you want to do? Do you want to save it?
Share.
You want to share it? What would you do? You can either save it.
Oh my gosh, I know which one.
Which one? Tell me.
I'm under the table.
Spend.
Where are you, Vera?
I'm under the table.
Those of you who ducked out of econ lectures in school might sympathize with Vera's time-out moment, but the professor, unfazed, pushed on.
So why do you want to spend it? What would you spend it on?
Minecraft toys.
Minecraft toys. Oh, interesting.
Whitley Wilkes decided to put $1 in each of the jars.
That's very interesting. Why did you do that?
Because I want to do all 3 in here.
In saving? Wow.
And what are you saving for?
College. College in high school.
Teaching kids to save, says Kobliner, is just teaching them to wait, as in the famous marshmallow experiment.
All right, here's the deal. Marshmallow for you. You can either wait, and I'll give you another one if you wait. So you can either eat it right now or you can wait. Either way.
We ran our own mental version.
Suppose I had a marshmallow in front of you now, and I said, if you don't eat it for 15 minutes, you'd eat it right away? Even though I'd say I'd give you 2 later? You'd eat it right away? What would you do?
I would wait a little while.
Could you wait?
Yep. I would play with my Legos. If there was a fire, I would just cook it.
Well, no marshmallow toasting in the actual experiment. Kids were left alone in a room with the mouth-watering morsel right in front of them. In follow-up studies, those who waited longer actually fared better in life.
They had 200 points on average higher on their SATs. They had better interpersonal relationships, and they even had lower body mass indexes.
Right.
It feels at first like, oh, it's because these kids have this strong moral fiber.
And
They're
higher IQ or
higher, and they're
something.
able to resist
Yeah.
it. But we also know now it's more the ability to distract themselves. That's an important trait to have. People who are able to have impulse control or delay gratification are able to save more money.
But how to encourage kids to delay gratification? Start, says Kobliner, by not giving in to every demand.
You know, we're gonna go into the store right now, and we're only getting things we need.
That cookie's shaped like Easter egg.
Research is showing when you say yes all the time, all the time, all the time, you are basically, you know, making it harder for your kid to experience impulse control. Just like another study found, those kids were more likely to be in debt problems because they always got what they wanted when they wanted it.
Beth is going to give you some real money.
Last stop, a bakery near NewsHour offices in Arlington, Virginia.
Do you want to save it,
Sprinkle cup.
share it, or spend it?
We gave each kid $3.
What do you want to do?
I'll share it.
You want to share it? Who are you going to share it with?
Well,
Oh.
me, oh, that is so sweet, Vera.
Turns out, however, that the allure of an almost $3 cupcake was irresistible.
Red velvet for you today? Thank you so
Ultimately, everyone succumbed, providing Kobliner with a segue to another of her concepts.
Is it better to buy things with a credit card or with dollar money, paper money like that?
Dollar money. I would do credit card.
Credit card?
Let me get off.
You think credit card is better to?
What did you think?
I think it's better to use the credit card so you can save money.
You won't be surprised to hear that Kobliner recommends cash, so kids are aware they're actually spending when they buy something.
They don't see cash anymore. They see cards being swiped and phones now being swiped with, you know, Venmo and Apple Pay and all these ways of paying for things. An MIT study found that when people use a card, they spend up to twice as much than when they use cash.
As for paying off credit cards to avoid interest, okay, hold that till middle school. Of course, Kobliner acknowledges that teaching econ to tots isn't always easy.
Why do you now think it's better to buy with cash than a credit card?
Because you're like, I don't know.
But why not start trying sooner rather than later?
Can I have a bite of yours too?
Sometimes the results can be simply delicious.
Thank you so much.
This is economics correspondent Paul Salmon.
And he is reporting from Best Buns Bakery.
Oh, it's delicious.